Hello, everybody. Today we are talking about planetary news of March 2021. March is a kind of unusual month. There are certain spots of turbulence, and if we can avoid it, we are quite good. Venus becomes exalted. There's a Mars Rahu conjunction, and Jupiter changes to Dhanishta, but that changeover can be bring some unexpected energy. So, what to expect? Hello, I'm Komila Sutton, and we are talking about March planetary news. And again, I want to thank you. I've gone past 30,000 subscribers. Do remember to subscribe, press the bell notification. And last time, reminding you that the courses, live courses with me, are starting in March, 8th of March onwards. So look up on komila.com, and I start my courses from next week onwards. So let us look at what March is bringing for us. March is quite an interesting month. There's sort of a holding pattern in a way of planets. You could say that there's not much happening yet. If we get caught in the turbulence, then we can experience some difficulty. The first one is Jupiter change into Dhanishta, and while Jupiter in Dhanishta is a very good transit, it comes twice. Once it'll retrograde back and then go back again into Dhanishta. The start of Dhanishta can be a bit turbulent. So that is, I made a separate video for it. You can listen to it. I'll put a link as well. And then Mars is both going to be a boon and turbulent. All month, Mars is with Rahu. And being with Rahu, what is happening is that Rahu can egg Mars on and make things impulsive and overdo things. So we have to be careful, and especially 27th, 28th of March, when Mars Rahu conjunction is exact. So those 2 days really to be careful about. But then Mars also breaks the Kalsarpa Yoga. So that is an excellent news for Mars and for all of us, because we have been kind of stuck in a Rahu Ketu overly influenced bubble. And this Kalsarpa being broken by Mars, and then other planets will come and break it as well, is excellent. So life becomes much more easier for us. Sun moves into Vedic Pisces on 14th of March, and the new moon in Pisces is very relevant, and I shall be making a video about it later on. This is the Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. So for world horoscopes, we study the new moon in Pisces. So how this world is going to happen, what is the future regarding the pandemic, about our isolation, all those things, who's the ruler of the year. So watch out for this video that I'll be making a little bit later. And then Venus is going to get exalted, which is very good news. However, Venus is very close to the sun. So Venus also is bringing some transition, because it will go conjoin the sun and come out the other side. There is no retrograde in March, but I think if we manage the turbulences properly, then you can see that there will be a relatively easy month. I hate to say everything is great or everything is difficult. A lot of things depend on your charts as well. When we are analyzing a month, it is tough to say whether everything will be perfect, because some things happen, and there are countries' charts, there are personal charts. So each person's experience can be quite different. But overall, I would say that this is a good month. Not much happening except to watch out for the turbulences I've pointed out. How does it affect you? I am studying everything from your ascendant or moon sign. Aries, of course, Mars Rahu combination is there, so that is the one you're watching out for. Be careful about being over impulsive and take care, especially 27th, 28th of March. And Sun goes into Pisces, your 12th house, so watch expenses as well. Taurus, Venus is exalted. Venus is going to be Aquarius for first part of the month, and then it is going to get exalted, which is excellent. Exalted Venus brings good opportunities, money, finances. Only thing is Venus is very close to the Sun. So that means you're a bit burnt out. So give yourself some time out. Think about how you can re-energize yourself. Sometimes there is too much energy, so you need to try to balance it. Gemini, this month there is no retrograde, no combustion. Mercury goes into Aquarius, and that will be much easier for you. 9th house, higher mind, higher studies. You've been a bit exhausted, so try to give yourself some energy and look after yourself. I think that is most important. Sun is in your 10th house, so professionally this can be a very good month for you, and your best planet Venus is exalted also in your 10th house, so that is positive too. Cancer moon obviously keeps on changing signs, and so every day is a different experience, changes nakshatras as well. The new moon this month is in your 9th house of higher mind, good quality energy, good thinking. Mars is and Rahu both are bringing financial opportunities for you. So I would say concentrate on your work, finances. Partners can be difficult, and so you have to pay some attention to them and listen to their concerns as well. Leo, Sun is half a month is in Aquarius, which is in house of relationships, but then it goes into Pisces, which is your 8th house. So do watch out for that. There can be some unexpected energy, and especially for you, it could be your own actions that create an unsettled energy. So be wise, think about what you want to do, how you want to deal with it. And especially for you, it is better to wait for April before making any important decisions. Virgo, Mercury is in Capricorn to start with. That is good for you. It is your 5th house, but it goes into the 6th house in Aquarius, and that you need to watch out for because it is focusing on health. You may feel that things are not coming as smoothly as you'd like them to do. Don't feel frustrated by it, but if you feel an obstacle, think, how can I creatively overcome it? And look after your health. Libra, Venus is exalted, but for Libra, when Venus gets exalted, it is in the 6th house from 16th of March. Before that, Venus is in Aquarius, which is much easier for you, better. But exalted Venus plus Venus is also combust. So combust means you're a little bit burnt out. So you need to give yourself some TLC, look after yourself. But also 6th house Venus can make you overcome obstacles. But you may find that sometimes women are being obstructive towards you, or you yourself are creating obstructions in your path. So do be careful about that. Scorpio, Mars is in the 7th house of relationships. It's with Rahu. So this can create a lot of focus on relationships, but volatility and turbulence as well. I would suggest to you, don't take on arguments or debates that you can avoid. Think about waiting till after the Mars-Rahu conjunction, but don't unnecessarily argue for the sake of argument. And even if you are not creating it, it's coming to you, you have to try to stay calm and in balance. Sagittarius, Jupiter is changing nakshatras to Dhanishta. It continues to be in your 2nd house of money. It's moving away from Saturn. Therefore, think about restructuring finances, savings. Jupiter can be quite good in practical matters. So Jupiter will move into Aquarius, so away from Saturn. That would be good, but that is in April. So this time, just fix all the straggly bits and work with that, but you feel more freer and easier to deal with. Capricorn, of course, Saturn and Jupiter are in your ascendant. Mostly Saturn is the one that is important to consider. Jupiter is now moving away from Capricorn, but responsibility, hard work, you may feel a lot of pressure. So, and if you're Capricorn moon, then of course you are in Saraswati as well. I think it is very important to think about how you're managing Saturn. And as I've said before as well, one of the best things is to organize yourself, work hard, take responsibility. But at the same time, sometimes it gets very boring all the time working. So try to balance yourself. Aquarius, Saturn is in your 12th house. Jupiter's also there. However, Venus starts the month in Aquarius. It becomes exalted, this very good energy for you. And so I think the two aspects are there. Sun will also go into Pisces. One side is saving money and the other one is spending money. Also, Saturn having a long stay in your 12th house is showing that lot of effort and little reward. So you may feel frustrated by that, but keep doing effort. The reward will come automatically. Don't worry at this stage to get any reward. And watch out for the Mars-Rahu conjunction 27-28, especially professionally. Pisces, Jupiter, Saturn continue in the 11th house of profit. So this can be very good month for you financially. And so make the most of it. Jupiter is no longer constrained by Saturn. It is moving away. It is also changing nakshatras. So check out how this nakshatra is helping you and affecting you. Generally, Jupiter is always in the mood to give something. So that is the positive factor. However, Sun and Venus both are in your ascendant after first half of the month. So Sun, I've noticed in Pisces, sometimes it can bring some health issue. Minor health issue once a year, but you can also think about how you are empowering yourself by looking after your health and dealing with it. I'm Pisces. I always find this time I can have a little sniffle or something. So I've been taking care of myself for many years. So do be conscious of that. So that is it for March. All the best. Thank you.